Welcome to another episode of Cats Out the Bag. I'm Kat. I got my guy Silvio here with me.
What's
This is
up?
your first time on the show.
It is. I
I wore this just for you.
like it.
The other fucking Italian.
I like that you got in the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I know you're a McCormick, so your guys' day just passed. on
Yeah, you have
Monday.
beef with me, right?
Yeah, I don't fuck with
What's
the Irish.
what's the myth between St. Patrick and all that? And
Bro,
Italians.
St. Patrick's Italian.
Okay. Tell me the lore.
I mean, I don't have the Lord. Motherfucker was born in Rome, and then he had to save your people. You know, and we gave you a holiday because of it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm one of those people, like, people will be like, yo, you coming out for the parade? And I'm like, what parade?
My
like,
fucking parade?
Yeah, they're like, St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, nah, motherfucker, I'm Italian. Like, I ain't going out. I'm one of those scumbags.
But if he's an Italian, why aren't you supporting him?
Nah, I can't be supporting all them Irish people out there.
You got problems with the mix?
I mean, I really don't. I got a lot of Irish friends, but
Do you have a lot of friends?
honestly, now in my old age, I don't.
Yeah.
To be honest, my only friends are my wife, who's possibly an arch nemesis,
Yeah.
and my kids. So, as creepy as it sounds, I basically hang out with like 5, 4, and 2-year-olds. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's not good for me. It's not a good look.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, that's it. I don't really have friends. Like, I'd like to think in high school I was like a super cool kid, but it's like my parents said, man, that shit disappears. Those friends, they disappear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
You're kind of becoming cooler in your older age, though.
I'd like to think I never lost my cool.
All right.
You know, I never lost my edge. I like to think no matter where I go, I'm like a somewhat
You're
cool
still that guy at
I'm
like
still
the
that guy, yeah.
senior night?
Oh, no, that was Olympic night. But
Olympic night.
Yeah. I'm still that guy. One of my most proud moments is I used to tell everybody on my wrestling team in college that story, and everyone's like, bro, you're a fucking liar. Like, all Italians lie. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I swear to you, like, why would I make this up? So one day we were at a bar, and this like girl walks by, and I'm with like one of my good friends from college, and she was like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't say anything. She's like, did you go to Longwood High School? I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, you're the Olympic night guy. And I'm like, I fucking told you, guys.
I told you son of
And
a bitch.
my friend was like, get the fuck out of here. My friend was like, tell the story. And
You paid her.
she told the story, and he was like, I always thought you were lying. I'm like, yeah, that's your fucking problem. He was Irish too, man. In
Oh
fact,
my God.
that was the real problem.
Yeah, you were the real liar, huh?
Yep. So, yeah,
Oh my
no,
God.
but I guess I've gotten somewhat cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
So-
since the last time you've been on Burn After Rolling, you've kind of blew up a little bit.
I wouldn't say blow up. I wish I blew up a lot more, but
You got gradually cooler.
yeah, you could say that. I mean, on the internet, I'm cool as shit.
Yeah.
But in real life, I'm just
You're a loser.
I'm a fucking loser. Like, honestly, like I realized that recently. Someone was like, "Yo, come out," and I was like, I got the permission from my wife. Like, this was like a rare form, and I think I met at like 8:00, and I'm not joking. By like 9:45, I'm like, "We headed out," and like another bar. I'm like, "Nah, like go home." Like, bro, I'm shot. So yeah, I'm
At 9 p.m.?
9:45.
That's how long you lasted? You don't
Yeah.
drink much, do you?
No, so I drink, but
At home?
no, I don't drink at home, actually. Okay, I don't drink much now that I think about it. I might drink like 5 times a year. But like when I drink, I drink. Like I'm not one of these like, fairies that's like, I got a drink and I hold the drink. Like if you were right now.
You're
and
blacking out.
And if I was in a drink, no, truthfully, I don't black out either. I've only blacked out twice my whole drinking career. One time I threw up constantly because I had tequila, and another time a lot of vodka. But if I drink brown, I'm good.
If you're brown, you're down to clown.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like I was in Texas a couple weeks ago, and I probably had like 8 or 9 like just straight scotches, and I was completely fine. And woke up in the morning, no hangover.
What made you wake up and order a scotch? Like
Well, I didn't
because you
wake up
became
and
a
order
man?
Scotch. We were just like, usually I drink scotch or whiskey.
That's your thing.
Yeah, it's my thing. So like we
Like on ice?
yeah, 2 ice cubes.
Oh yeah, you is an old head.
Yeah, two ice cubes. I drank, but I was fine. But I don't drink like just to drink. It's like I'm a social drinker, but I also don't go out often. So I socially drink 5 times a year.
Wow.
Work meetings, if I'm doing a comedy club, I'll drink. But also like I drive, so like I'm not trying to drive home drunk.
You have to drive to the city for all your gigs,
I
right?
do, and I won't take the train. I'm one of those people who's like too good for the train.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta. It's tough being me. I'm very.
You ever get like an Uber there to make it look like you got a car?
No, Uber from my house to the city is like $200.
Well, I meant like you park around the block and then you
No,
Uber up.
no,
You
no,
Uber
no.
up.
I'm one of those like nomads. Like I'll park 20 blocks away and walk before I get it. Like I'm a big walker. Like, but
Do they think you live in the city?
no, everyone knows I live in Long Island. I'm not. I don't try to be like, yo, I'm a hip city dude. I
Yeah.
live in whatever's cool.
I'm from
fucking
Brooklyn.
Williamsburg. I
Yeah.
actually despise those people as well. Yeah, when it comes down to it, I hate
Is there
a lot of
anyone you
people.
do like? Other than your kids?
I mean, I like people who are like me.
Italian.
That sounded extremely bad.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
He's
I do
also
like-
a racist.
no, I'm not racist in the slightest. I want to make that very clear. This is also a somewhat racist line, but most of my friends are black. Okay, but no, I just like people who like. Listen, if someone wrestled in their life, chances are I'm cool with them.
You like a wrestler?
Yeah, like, God, this sounds bad too, but yeah. Like me and wrestlers, we connect. We're a small, tight knit of people. For the most part, man. Like, I mean, if you just talk shit, you're a big shit talker. I probably get along with you.
So why do you get along with men?
But he's a shit talker and he wrestled, so that's how it folds in. I mean, I like somebody with thick skin, like that I could bust their balls and not gonna be, this guy's a fucking asshole. Because I guess when it comes down to it,
You're an
I'm an asshole. You
Yeah.
know, not like a vicious one, but like that's how I show love.
You're pretty blunt.
Yeah, I don't sugarcoat it. I think people should really appreciate that, especially in today's climate. Everyone's a pansy.
Yeah, pansy.
So this is turning real bad quick. But-
So when did you realize that you wanted to like give comedy a real go?
So I mean, I always wanted to.
Well,
honestly.
I saw you and your brother had a podcast that stopped, right?
Yeah, it stopped due to well, at the time we didn't know how to record shit. We used to drive to Brooklyn.
You guys were funny. I watched it.
Yeah, we were funny. I want
Really?
to give myself kudos, but no, that and then I had mentioned where I was working. I got
Oh.
fired. Yeah,
So you stopped.
So I had to stop back then, and fortunately, I had to have an income. But no, so I really started doing comedy. I won't give any names out because I don't like to give them any more clout than they have. But there was a dude who I used to go to my barber shop and shit, and he was doing videos, and they were funny, man. I still think they're hysterical. And one time he did a video, and I was like telling him like, yo, you should do this. It's funny. And he was like, nah, it ain't gonna work. And I'm like, yo, who am I to argue? Like, I'm a guy who like, bro, if you're a mechanic or you're this, like, I'm not gonna tell you how to fix a car. I'm not gonna tell you, like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, you're probably right. And then like he did the video, and I like just commented like, and he commented back to everyone. And I was like, yo, this shit is funny. And like he didn't comment back, which still didn't bother me. But then he DM'd me like, yo, it's about the execution, not the idea. And I'm like, is this guy trying to fucking big time me right now? And I was like,
He wants me to put out a video?
bro, I called my brother. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker just like left his job and doing like stand up and like touring. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't funny. I'm like, that's it, bro. I was like, come next year, I'm doing stand up and watch. And that was it, man. Like, I started like, I mean, yo, Ben was one of the first people like helped me out, like do skits in the beginning. And then I just got too big for Ben. What do you want me to tell you?
I remember you were raiding my closet.
Yes, I was for fits.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I think it was like I did that like Italian thing. Because, like, I wanted to do shit about my wife. Like, that's what I
Right.
talk about on stage. Like, I just bitch about my wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of shit for it, and then I didn't want to deal with that either. Like, what are you dressing like with a fucking wig? So,
Yeah.
But, no, and then I did, like, that, I don't know, remember that, like, stupid trend that was in? Like, I'm a podcaster. I fucking talking to Mike. Like,
Right.
I did I'm an Italian one, and it, like, blew up. I was like, yo, let me try to, like,
This is my niche.
let me see if this Italian shit will work. And then it was like everything I posted, as long as it was somewhat Italian, was just like, choo, choo. And I was like, fuck, yo, I'm like the tracksuit guy now.
Yeah.
That was like my fucking trademark.
The
And then-
Italians, they fucking love me.
yeah, that was it. And then, but I got a lot of hate for that too. Like, you know, people are like, bro, you're not Italian. Like,
Are you
get-
Italian?
I am Italian. According to the internet, I'm not, but I'm actually Italian.
You're one of those fake Italians?
Yeah, I'm one of those fugazis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's part of the game. Like me personally, I enjoy the hate.
Right.
I actually like that more than people being like, yo, this shit is funny.
Were you always like naturally good on stage, or did that come in time?
No, I think that comes in time. Like, look, you put me in a room with people and everyone's like making fun of people and roasting people. Like, I truthfully think if I'm in a room with people just like casually talking, I've never not thought I'm the funniest person. Like not the funniest.
I agree I agree with that statement about myself as
yeah,
well.
well, you ain't now, bitch. No,
Oh
but I
my
always
God.
think like I'm the funniest person in the room. And when I got on stage, like it's different. Like even though I've been in places where I don't know anybody,
Right.
but I'm still shooting the shit and cracking jokes. But like on stage, it's like it's definitely a little different. I'm definitely not gonna be like, yo, I'm the funniest guy, because I'm not. I know for a fact I'm not.
Have you ever bombed?
Oh yeah, I've ate shit bad, like real bad.
Like the room's crickets?
Oh, one time I did a set and it was 7 minutes, and I swore on my life it was like 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah, like I did a joke that always hit, and it was like no one laughed, and I felt sweat dripping down my back,
Oh,
like down my
no.
spine, and I'm like, the fuck's wrong with these people?
Do you get like vision problems while you're up there?
No,
You could see each person?
No. The
Okay.
lights are always real bright, even when it's going like ridiculously good. I could never see anything. That's why, like, dude, I give like Matt Rife, like Schultz, and all these guys who do crowd work credit, because I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to hone in on people before.
I feel like their rooms are a little darker though.
I mean, that could be it, but those lights are like boom. Like you're like a deer in headlights. Like you can't fucking see. Now I know why like these rappers and shits wear like sunglasses.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, I can't see dick. So I mean that's a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I mean it's been awkward, but I was not like a natural like on stage. I'll say that. I'd like to think like you'd see me talking now, I'm animated. Like I'm nothing like that on stage. I'm very like, I don't want to say timid because that sounds gay, but very like, I'm here, like, hey, how you doing?
It's
I'm,
me
I'm
again.
Here. Woohoo, I'm here. But I mean, I definitely get.
Do you remember your first set that you did?
Yeah. So the first time I ever did stand up ever, I was in college, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try an open mic. It's like 2009, and it actually went really good. They gave like a prize to come back, and like out of everyone who was there, I got it. I never did it again. I was like, I want to party.
Right.
And now that I look back, I'm like, fuck, what I would have done.
You could have been a star.
I could be fucking Kevin Hart right now.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I do. But you know, it is what it is. Shit happens for a reason. I mean, back then I was just doing like a weird knockoff of like Family Guy, I guess, in a way. Like I would always refer things to things.
Can we hear it?
I can't think of anything. Actually, I could probably recite the whole set if you want me to be blatantly honest. I'm not going to.
Come on.
No. A couple Maury references.
Show us the real
I
you.
remember. But like, I don't know. Like now it's different. Like, cause I talk about my kids, my wife, but really stuff like I guess that I deal with like every day because I think it's the funniest. I try to tell funny stories, but
like about your family and stuff.
About my family, shit that's happened to me. I like a lot, but that's like pretty much like what I do now. And like sometimes people come to shows that are like from Instagram, and they're like, "Bro, you didn't do anything Italian." I'm like, "Yeah, I just do that on the internet, dude." Like,
Right.
I don't walk around like with garlic in my pocket and shit like people think. So yeah, but that's that. That's how I try to go about it on stage.
How is it getting gigs?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. You know what they say? It's not how good you are; it's who you blow.
Yeah, you blowing your way to the top?
No, I'm not. That's a big problem I have. I mean, I get spots. I mean, a lot of it too is like, you know, hanging out, like being around. Like I also am not out and around all the time. Like I said, I got fucking 3 kids and a wife that'll bitch at me if I'm like out fucking every night. So
Right.
I try to go out like once or twice a week and like make it worth it, and like try to do whether it's open mics, shows, but
What's your biggest club you've done so far?
well, technically I've done MSG, so but
We'll get to that.
no, but the biggest like crowd wise or biggest venue?
Like venue, like popular venue, let's say.
I did the Brooks Art Center in Jersey. It's in Bound Brook. It's like a 600 seat theater. I've done Govs before. Govs is like pretty big. It holds like 3 something.
Have you done the Stand?
I've done the Stand. Ben came to the show at the Stand, like one of my first shows. That was like maybe 105. It's not like they're not like a huge place, but it's a nice place. God, I had a weird fucking cough there. I've done like St. Mark's before when it's like, I'd say average, I would say it's like 100. They ain't always filled to 100. I did a show 2 fucking weeks ago. There was 6 people in the crowd and 4 of them were comedians. So it was 2 fucking people.
Were they laughing at you at least?
I don't know if they were laughing at
Or they were judging you
for everybody or
yeah.
It's like, it's real hard to do sets like that because like, or at least I think, because you're trying to like, you don't want to like go at your jokes like your exact set. So I try to like talk to them more.
Right.
because I don't want them to be like, bro, this shit ain't funny. So I'm like, I try to somewhat relate to them. But I mean,
You ever like sit down on the stage and like
no,
talk to them?
No, you literally jerk off.
I don't know how you couldn't when there's no one in the.
You don't. I don't even like to lean on the stool.
What if it goes down?
No, I just, it's like, you do it. People are like, bro, who do you think you are? Like, and then you
Yeah.
get shit from other people. I'm not trying to hear that shit either.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, like, who the fuck's this guy think he is?
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I try.
When did you start to like break into social media? Did that come first, or
No,
did
that
the
was, like-
comedy come second?
I mean, I think it was like hand in hand. I think I had done a couple of videos. Like, I started posting videos literally like right after Christmas, not last year, the year before,
Mm-hmm.
like the day after Christmas. And then I think I had my first show like the first week of January, but it was like simultaneously, like together.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, maybe if I could build a social media following,
Right.
I could like parlay it into like getting more shows. And like, I get like a decent amount of shows, like maybe once a week, sometimes like 2 to 3 a week. But it's funny, like, because some comedians are like, social media people aren't comedians, like, you know, vice versa. And I'll do a video that like really does well, and then like people hit me up, yo, you want to get on my show? And I'm like, oh, what happened to social? Like, and
Right.
those will be the people who say it, and I'm like, I ain't gonna cut my fucking nose to spite my face. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll do it. Like, but I'd love to be like, fuck you, but I don't. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I just like I'll do any show. Like if someone hits me up for anything, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Like,
What
I'm not
is the
too
pay
good
like?
for anything. A lot of the shows are fucking free. Like people will be like, yo, how much you make? Like 10, 20 grand? I'm like, bro, what do you think? I'm like Kevin Hart?
Right.
I'm like, bro, half the time I'm paying for fucking 2 drinks just to perform.
Yeah.
Like it ain't like, you don't make money like that. If you like throw your own show and sell it out, you get a ticket percentage, but
Right.
like you get a feature spot, it's $125. You host, it's $100.
How hard was it to like promote yourself in the beginning, or is it now like still
It's
the
not
same?
really like in that sense for like a comedy club. It's not as hard because they're not booking you like, oh, this guy is like,
The star.
yeah, like you're just a fucking jerk off on the thing and
Mhm.
they got a headliner. As far as like that, if you're trying to do it all on your own, that shit is like, it's super hard. I mean, there's like people who do it and like Rodia, like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, that guy is like a nut job, bro. Like he'll, you know, he had a big social media following, did his own show, sold it out. And he says, like, I've heard him on podcasts, like, I made as much money as I made in 3 months in a night. And he's like, I was like, yo, I'm never going back to my regular job. And then, like, dude, that guy will put a show up at Governor's, like, just doing Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday. And it's like, the shit sells out so quick, he'll do 3 shows a night then. And it's like, yeah, listen, I'm not judging the guy's fucking wallet. But I can only imagine the amount of money he's, like, coming home with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, that would be the fucking goal, you know? But right now, it's like I'm just taking it day by day and hoping one day I could be huge this way. Someone who told me, like, nah, we don't want to book you, I could be like, yo, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Now I'm not booking you.
Yeah, to me, like, it's more about spite for me with everything.
Yeah.
I'm a spiteful guy. So,
I
like,
could see that in your eyes.
yeah. If, like, I'm doing, like, really well, I said this to my wife the other day, if someone's like, yo, you're killing it in comedy, like, then I'll be, like, dry, won't come up with nothing new. If someone's like, yo, maybe you should give it up. I'm like, oh, bitch, you're going to learn now. Like, and
Yeah.
I'll go so hard.
You need the haters to
I need the
motivate you.
haters. Like, and I said it to my wife today, and she's like, that's not a good way to go about life. I'm like, but that's just how I work, bitch. Like, you could say what you want. Like, that's, I work the best with hate. Like,
Jess is at home, like, make
Yeah.
sure to give him extra.
like I tell
hate
Jess all
tomorrow.
the time, I'm like, I got to lose weight. And she'll be like, oh, I want you to lose weight. I won't lose weight. If she starts being like, you're fucking fat, like, you need to, or like, yeah,
You're
I'll
going to the
fucking-
gym a week
tomorrow, I'll be fucking on a bulimic diet or something,
Right.
and I'll be like 100 pounds
You're
down.
shooting those Olympics.
Yeah, she's like, how the fuck you lose all that weight? And I'm like, hard work, bitch. Like, you know, but I work on hate. Like, it's a sin to say, but
When were you born?
1988,
No. What's
April
your...
1st. My birthday's not next week, the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
our little fool.
Yup. So, yeah, no, but I like, that's like, I do my best. Like, when people are like hating on me, like, I think that's why in the beginning, I think I took off so well, is like people were shitting on me about being Italian, like me not being Italian. Like, yo, these ain't real words. I used to do the Tracksuit Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, bitch, these going on forever.
Oh, I need some words now.
Yeah, you want to know what? I hate to say this. I hate to admit this, but I stopped. Not because I was like getting hate. I just couldn't think of any more words. Like, straight up.
You need to go to Italy.
I've been to Italy. You know how many times I've been
You
to
need
Italy?
to go now and do
Yeah,
some
but, like,
videos.
they don't even like, I should do some videos in Italy, but
There's some social media people there that
there
are
is.
in
there is.
Italy, and they're so weak, and it's all in Italian.
Oh,
but
I
like,
know.
I'll translate it.
Oh,
just to watch it because
I do
they're
that
funny.
Sometimes there's like it's funny too, like, and it's a small, like at least the little Italian community. It's like pretty small. Like I know most of the guys. Like if you name someone who's Italian, like I've met him. I've done something with
It's my
them.
brother's cousin.
We're not like that, but you know. But yeah, it's like pretty tight, and I think like so in the beginning the tracksuit stuff really worked for me. It was like doing well, and then I kind of like transitioned, and then like what was like working really good for me, honestly, is like I met this guy in Harlem. I did a show with him, and I started doing like a ton of shit with him, and like shit just started hitting. I started like playing on stereotypes, and it's funny.
Those are so funny though.
The best part is like I've told people like that I'm cool with, like I guess in the Italian influencer people, and I'm like, yo, you want to do this? And they're like, I don't touch stereotypes. Like you're gonna look like it, and I'm like, bro, they're like, you don't want to come off. It's gonna come off like racist and this, and I'm like, I'm not like I don't think of it like that because I'm like I'm the least racist person in like.
Those black guys you had on though.
Oh, they're great.
They play Italian so well.
Well, I know that's
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
thing, and it's like
they're so good at it.
Fun at each other.
Yeah, they're
and
so
it's just
good at
like
it.
when I tell you
When they in the one video.
that was the first one we made.
Oh my God!
When they came over in the tracks,
and they're like,
my mom the video.
Yeah.
My mom's like, this is fucking
no,
hilarious.
when they invite
in the-
you over for the
that's
barbecue.
the one when they move in next door.
Oh
to me,
my
yeah.
God!
So like it's funny because we met. I had met him. We never did anything, and he was like, "Let's meet in the Bronx in the morning." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." I went up to the Bronx, and like he was like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Yeah, I brought mad clothes. I brought like 10 tracksuits with me because I was like, yo, I'm just like ready." And I told him my idea, and he's like, "It ain't gonna work." I'm like, "Well, look, I'll do this one. You got another idea?" And like I'm like, "Yo, let's just give it a shot. Like I think it'll work. If you don't want to collab, we don't even got to collab." And like the first video I did, it was like I walk in a tracksuit, and it's like them on a bench, and the one guy. Yeah, the one guy, Reg, is like, yo, I got my friend coming. Don't do what you always do. And like, what are you talking about? And yeah, everyone's wearing basketball clothes. And I walk in, I'm like, oh, I like your fit. And like 2 of them are now transformed into the thing. And like, you know,
were those your tracksuits?
Yeah, they were all mine. They get up, they like kiss me on the cheek and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, then we turn around and now he's in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, it was fucking great. And then like, I was like, yo, come out to my house. And I remember when I filmed it, because like I'm on like my driveway, you know, like the next like big one we had, I'm on the driveway fucking, you know, spraying the driveway, which is like ultimate Italian thing. And they move in and I like lower the glasses. I'm like, I don't like these fucking neighbors.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, is this going to come off like racist? But like, that was obviously part of the joke. And then, you know, I walk in there and it's like, they're in Italian shit. It's like, that's just like kind of what we did. And then we did the bocce video. That was like, that was like my biggest video.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was doing the bocce video, everyone was like, that's not going to work, bro. That's stupid. You shouldn't do it. And it fucking blew up. And it was like, I guess I know what the fuck I'm talking about now, bitch.
Yeah.
And listen, we had a couple of ideas I wanted to do. And like, I don't want to say we broke up, but like.
You guys broke up?
We fucking broke up. You know what it is? When the fucking brainchild's the one coming up with ideas and you don't think they're good, you're going to learn.
Right.
Nah, so, but I think the biggest thing is we did like a roommate kind of video at my house with them, and then I had this basketball video that I've been trying to do for a year, and they didn't want to do it. And I'm like, this is a good fucking idea. And their whole thing was like, bro, no one's going to believe like you beating us in basketball. I'm like, bro, that's the point of all these fucking videos.
Right. And
they didn't want to do it. They're like, it's going to look bad in the neighborhood. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, you're letting your
Were they like basketball stars?
No! And they don't even live in the hood. They live in fucking Westchester. So it was like, in my eyes, I was like, bro, you're letting like an ego like get in the way. Like, we did the pool. I don't know if you saw the pool video. Like, I did a pool video. We put a fucking fake dick in the guy's pants, and it hits me in the fucking face in slow-mo. And I'm like, bro, that's going to look gay. I'm like, I don't fucking care what it looks like. Like, I'm cool with it.
We're getting the views.
I'm like, not only that, bro, I'm married. I have 3 kids. Like, you think I care what the fucking internet says? And I think that's like, I think some people just like, when it comes to the internet, they can't take the heat. Like me, I
love the heat.
I fucking flourish,
you
bro.
live
like,
in the heat.
You catch me in those comments, man.
Oh my God.
As you would say, I'm a comment warrior.
You're a comment warrior.
Bro, I'm out there. Like, listen, I've had some wild experiences. Like, the bad thing with me is like, I've lost a lot of privileges on my account.
You
because,
love
like,
arguing in the comments.
Yeah, I'll go at people.
I
like,
think that's why your videos blow up the way they do sometimes.
Yo, the hate makes them move.
You
way
write
more
back
than,
to every single person.
Yeah, you got it. It's the engagement. Like, my wife gets mad. She's like, are you still on your phone? I'm like, yeah, bitch, people commented. I gotta come back.
Someone just called you a bitch.
Yeah, like, bro, I had one guy one time, like, the craziest one I ever had. This is a good one. I hate to go into the dark zone, but you're gonna get it now. So I posted a video and this like random dude comments like something. And he was like, I don't know, whatever he said. Like I don't even remember. I don't want to say it because I don't remember it.
Say
really.
it.
No, I truthfully don't remember. It was probably some like racist thing to me, like call me a dirty dago or something. So like I was like, oh, okay, hotshot. He's like, yeah, I'll fuck you up, bitch. So I was just like, what's your addy? Like, because I was like, whatever, bro. Bro, like 10 minutes later, I like pulled my phone down. I think I took a shit or something. I go to pick up my phone. There's like 88 notifications. And I'm like, damn, I think this video was moving like that. It's all this dude. And he writes, yo, you're a child molester. And I'm like, whoa. All right, this is where we got to draw the line, dog. So I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, I got your record, your docket number. So I was like, post it. Like, bitch, I never been arrested. Well, I've been arrested.
Allegedly.
But, allegedly, because I got out. And this wasn't for this, obviously, okay? This is like when
He's
I was
not a
a young
molester.
kid, yeah. But this guy kept saying it. Oh, I got your docket number. I'm like, bro, so post it. I was commenting, like, post it then. You don't want me to do that? I'm like, nah, I do, bro, because you got the wrong guy. He's like, that's what a chomo would say. So I'm like, yeah, all right, guy. Bro, but then he commented on every one of my videos the same shit. And I'm like, bro, this don't look good. Like, even though I'm not, I'm like, this shit just don't look good.
Yeah.
So I, like, deleted or whatever. No, I think I just blocked him because I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. But, I went on my old podcast account. I hit him in the DMs. I'm like, bro, you a big fucking hotshot. Like, talking all this shit. Yo, I'll fuck you up. I'm like, give me your address right now. Bro, he dropped his address. Bro, I got in my car and drove there. Like, I was ready to throw these hands. Bro, I fucking banged on the door, beeped. He ain't come outside. Everybody's a hotshot on the internet. I'm not saying I'm fucking Mike Tyson, but, bro, I was pissed. Like, listen, I was ready to get up, fucking shuffle the feet back and forth, start throwing jabs. Like, now, listen, I drove out there. I put on sweats, a fucking T-shirt, and I had a little baseball bat. Like, I was ready. I was about that action.
What did he look like?
I don't want to say it because, I'm going to get shit on the internet, but we'll just keep it. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, my goodness.
But I was pissed. And, like, when I start really going off the edge, I'm like, I got to calm down. Like,
yeah.
It ain't going to be good.
You're seeing red.
Yeah, I'm saying wild shit. So I was just like, all right. And then I had another guy, Christmas time. My in-laws were over, so I was already fucking, my blood was up to here. So I go to the gym, and there's always this one guy, man, be talking mad shit. Bro, I ever see you, you're a pussy, I'll fuck you up. I'm like, okay, tough guy. I don't care. Like, bro, half these guys, once again, they're all fucking internet gangsters. And I'm not saying I'm a fucking hotshot either. I don't want to be like, yo, I'm a fucking, bare knuckles fucking guy. Whatever. So I'm at the gym. I see this kid keep looking at me at the gym, like, nonstop. So I'm just like, what, like, and I'm not going to be like, hey, what do you know me from the internet? Like, I'm a hotshot or anything. So I'm just like, what the fuck is this kid looking at? I look over and I'm like, yo, that's the kid who talks shit. So I just walked over. I'm like, what's up, man? Yo, you're that guy from the internet. I'm like, yeah, you're the guy who says you're going to beat my ass all the time. I don't say that. I'm like, bro, I just pulled up the comment right there. I was on the phone with my friend Jay. And I'm like, you're this guy, right? Yeah. I'm like, I thought you were going to beat my ass. Nah, bro, it's for the internet. What you got to do it like that for? I'm like, no, I'm just saying, you say you're going to beat my ass. Well, why don't you beat my ass? He's like, yeah, all right, bro. Exactly. Another guy. Bro, the guy was fucking bigger than me. He probably could have beat my ass. But he ain't about that life. So it's like, that kind of shit pisses me off. But otherwise, I don't give
You're going to get into your share fights. I could see it.
Nah, I just don't care. I had another guy. This is a good one. I always like when I'm in an argument with somebody, like I'm going back at them and then like somehow we become friends, like over the fighting. So I posted a video. Actually, this is like one of the best videos I did as far as views wise. I posted a video about the congestion scam. I was like, yo, congestion's a scam. I didn't even think it was going to do good. And like, I posted it at like 6 at night. By 8 o'clock, it was at like 350,000 views. And I'm like, oh shit. I woke up in the morning, it was at like 700, then it hit 1 million, and then it started getting reported because I called like Kathy Hochul a bitch and all this stuff. So some guy writes, he was like, you're a piece of shit, fucking pussy, all this. So I was like, so I was going to write back right away, but I like do a little recon. So I hit his page. It's like some dude, he was a makeup artist. So I was just like, okay, buddy. I was like, yo, I appreciate your opinion, but unless I need help with putting my makeup on, which I don't need your opinion. So he like wrote back, oh, you think you funny? He's like, you calling a woman a bitch? I see you got kids, like you're some dad. So I was like, oh yeah, nah. I was like, all I'm trying to do is be a good dad and not let my son play with makeup. Like, because now I'm trying to dig at him. So like 2 seconds later, it's like right around New Year's, I see like my wife posted one of them recaps and collabed with me on it. So he writes like whitest fucking year ever. So I was just like, I wrote back. I'm like, yeah, that's the goal, buddy. Like, you know, like just like now being a dick. So he keeps coming back at like other shit. And he's like, oh, you like your opinions are so bigotish. And I was like, yo, before you do anything, bro, why don't you just look at my page? Like everything I say is a complete joke. Like I don't take any of this serious. I'm like, just like I don't take you serious. And he's like, oh, you don't take me serious? And I was like, yeah, I can't take a man who plays with makeup serious. 2 seconds later, he DMs me like a Puerto Rican hand and a white hand shaking hands. And he's like, yo, your page is pretty funny. My bad. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, bro.
So was he gay?
I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, but I think. But he was just like, yo, your page is actually funny. And I'm like, yeah, you just coming at me for no fucking reason, bro.
Wow. The bloodlines came together.
That was
as
it.
one.
But I like how he put like, it was like a Spanish colored hand and a white hand, like shaking hands. And I'm like, all right, I guess this means a truce. But like, that's happened to me a lot. People shit talk me. And then I'm like, I'll go back at him. Like, I ain't backing down.
Right.
And then like, that's it. But now I've gotten smarter. So like,
what do you think is like the biggest social media misconception?
In like what sense? Like
in like every sense. I guess like
I
people
mean,
always think.
I just think people think like what you see on the internet is like the real thing. And
like they think you're like you make a lot of money from it. I see that.
Oh,
that's like a big one. A lot.
People hit me like, "Oh, bro, how much you making on these videos?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm making dick." I'm like, "What you think I'm making money on this shit?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm doing this shit right now just for fun." Like, I wish I was making money off of it because I wouldn't be working. I'm like, but I'm not. So, like, I think that's a big misconception. People are like, "Oh, this guy's making money off this." It's like, bro, I'm not making no money on the internet. Like, I'm just not. So I think that is. I think another thing is like people see something on the internet and assume like that's what they see on the internet is it. Like, I mean, you know, like I said, people come to my shows that follow me on Instagram and be like, bro, I thought you were gonna be like mad. I'm like, bro, that shit is like, it's not a character. Like, I am Italian. Like, obviously I play it up on the internet, but I'm like, bro, if you know me, I'm just like somebody who talks fucking shit, is funny, and I try to make fun of situations that I think are funny. Like, I guess like
they were expecting to see
they're expecting to see like, you know, everything they see online. It's like, bro, you see these fucking girls like post fucking 7 times a year, but they're fucking in tropical vacations. I'm like, bro, they ain't showing you the hotel when they're at Motel 6 splitting with like fucking 12 girls. It's like, everything on the internet to me is a complete joke.
Have you ever tried to do a show in your like Italian thing?
No, I only wear, so that's like a superstition I have. Like, I will only do shows
in that
black tea. Got to be in a black tee. Usually, I've kind of switched to black tee, black pants. Oh. And I have to wear you know, desert boots, like Clark's.
That's formal.
Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only wear desert boots because I've done shows where I'm, you know, black top, and then I'll like, let's say, wear these, and every time it's like it's not a good show. Or if I wear this pair of shoes, so I'm like, fuck yeah, I gotta be blacked out.
I need my boots.
Yeah, I can't wear long sleeves either. Like, I'm like very, very like superstitious with that.
So is this show gonna hit because you're
I'm
in
wearing
this
black.
outfit?
I'm wearing
you wore those
honestly,
fucking shoes.
Anytime I wear a watch, it don't hit either.
What the fuck, man? And you wore the shoes? I'm trying to get bigger.
I've been on a couple podcasts where I wore the shoes and it's all right.
Okay.
But it's different from podcast to shows. Like, I don't ever wear, like, I never wear this on a show. I did once and it was like fucking flopped. And I was like, it's the fucking watch.
It's the watch.
Like, I started blaming it on mad shit. Not like I had a bad set. I'm like, it was a watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like real superstitious with that. I'm superstitious with everything though. Like, but yeah.
What are more of your superstitions?
For comedy?
For everything.
Oh, football. Anytime I watch the Patriots, I got to be in a certain spot. I can't move. Like, if I'm watching a game and we start losing.
You can't pee?
No, I could pee. But like, if we're losing or something, like one time, this is a long time ago, it was the Patriots and the Broncos at the time, and they were getting killed. My dad was watching, and he was awake, and they came back. My dad started falling asleep, and the Broncos started doing good. I kept waking up my dad. I'm like, get the fuck up! Like, you got to be awake. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm like superstitious with everything. Like, I went to the Super Bowl a couple of years back, and me and Jess, and like, usually she's not allowed to wear nothing, like, you know, Patriots wise or anything. And she had like mad Patriots gear. And I remember I was like, I ripped a poncho off her at the stadium. I'm like, go fucking downstairs. I gave her money. I'm like, buy fucking shit. Get all this shit off. And then like, bro, we came back from that was the 28-3 game. So I was like, see, it was the fucking clothes you were wearing.
So are you a Patriots fan?
Yeah, I still am a Patriots fan. I mean, we suck, but I ain't gonna fucking turn on my team.
Good for you.
You know, I'm fucking loyal to the core.
So you weren't just a Brady fan.
Nah, I'm a Brady fan. Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I was rooting for the Patriots, but like when Brady was with the Bucks and they made it, I was like, nah, bro, I want Brady. But I'm still a Patriots fan now. I mean, we suck dick, but this is our year, bro. This is our year. Yeah. Dead ass. Like, we're coming back.
All right. What's a deal breaker when you're coming up with material?
Nah, there's no deal breaker for me. I'll talk about anything.
How do you get into like the mood?
So every time I try to write jokes, I can't. So like what I do now is like I only tell real stories.
So you freestyle every time you go on?
No. But like when I'm writing a joke, it's like everything has happened in my real life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just like turn the story. What I'll try to do is like I'll write a story down. Like let's say it's Olympic night. I'll write the whole story down. It'll be like fucking 4 pages, and then I'll just start like chopping like fat off and using it. Or like if something happened to like a friend of mine, like I'm not gonna say the name, but a friend of mine just had a story where his I just did this joke for the first time on Saturday and it fucking killed. I'll tell you like a roundabout of it. So my friend's daughter is in like 2nd grade, and he was like, bro, they're teaching like the kids about HIV in school. And I'm like, in 2nd grade, bro? Like, what the fuck? So another one of my friends one time had like when he was in high school, he got HPV. So he had to get that shit like froze off his dick. I guess it put a bump on there. And like he was at his house and his like wife was mad sick and shit. And at the time the wife was like, I got sick because your son, like with his mom and dad there, like your son gave me a STD, like HPV. and the dad was like, what the fuck? And he's like, Dad, I was like 18. I'm like fucking 38 now. And he's like, you mean to tell me you got fucking, you used my insurance to get, like, made like a whole big deal. So like this weekend I was like, yeah, I was like, they're teaching kids like shit really young nowadays. I'm like, my son was telling me about HIV. He came home and was like, Daddy, do you know what HIV is? And I'm like, who the fuck taught you that? He's like, school. And I'm like, well, what did they tell you? And he's like, it's like when guys share germs and they get sick. And I'm like, well, it's good to think that the school fucking thinks gay people only spread AIDS now. And I was like, I go to the parent-teacher conference and the teacher's like, you know, are you doing everything to prevent the spread of HIV in your home? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And she's like, what do you mean you guess? And I'm like, bitch, like my kids are fucking 4 and fucking 3 years old. Like,
Right.
what do you think? They're out here like gallivanting?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, your son said you gave your wife HIV. And I was like, no, I didn't give my wife HIV. I gave her HPV. There's a difference. But like that shit just hit. And so like that was like a story that happened to a friend. But for the most part, it's like I literally tell real shit that has happened because it's like the easiest and I don't really forget it. And
And it feels like you're talking kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's like all I do. I mean, I have other shit I've tried to write and I just feel like none of it ever hits as good as like actual stories and stuff.
Do you have any like writing rituals? Like, do you need to be alone?
No. Most of the stuff I come up with is like in my car. Like I'll be talking to someone on the phone. I could be talking to you and you could say something and I'm like, yo, this is funny. And I'll just like, I'll take out my pen. I have a notepad. It's in my car and I'll like write down like 4 things about it and then be like, okay, I got to like revisit this.
Right.
So, yeah, that's I guess my writing.
You went on Kill Tony.
I did.
How did that happen?
Pure luck. I mean, I wish I could tell you like, they knew they were, it was pure luck. I fucking, I took the train out, waited online, got pulled. I went with my barbershop and, I remember it was like such a weird experience because I was so nervous the entire show. Like I was like, yo, I'm going to get pulled. Like I knew it. And then Andrew Dice Clay went up and they said something like, oh, we only have a few more. And I was like, I finally calmed down because I was like, yo, it's been 2 hours. Like the show's ending. I'm not getting called. And as I said that, I finally like relaxed. And this guy came with like a whiteboard where I was sitting. And my barber was like, I got fucking goosebumps. And he was like, yo, they called you. And I'm like, no, they didn't. And I look and it was like Silvio D'Onofrio, my ticket. And I'm like, holy fuck. And I remember he was walking mad fast. And I was like, shit, I can't fucking breathe. I went through the elevator and he's like, all right, don't do this. And I'm like, okay. Remember, they took me behind backstage. I seen like a bunch of comedians I knew, regulars on the show. And I remember standing there and I'm like, yo, I got time, right? He's like, nah, we can't find the other guy. Like, you're going up now. And I remember the girl, like, if you know Kill Tony, Heidi was like in front of me. And I was like, yo, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I said it out loud. I was like, I don't know if I could do this. And she was like, nah, you're cute. You'll be all right. And in my head, I'm like, shit, I got this. Yeah. But then, like, they went up, and I remember walking up, and I didn't even hear them say, like, a name or anything. Like, it's like, you go deaf. Like, I went up.
It's a huge fucking crowd.
Yeah, it's like 16,000 people. Yeah. I went up, And I remember Casey Rocket was coming down, and he's like, "Good luck, man." And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I walked up there, and like I didn't even look at like anybody on the panel, and I did the first part of my joke, and like the laughs were so much louder than like I said, I'm doing 200 people, like 16,000 people, and it doesn't hit like at a club where like you do the joke.
Did you like want to start crying when that many people laughed?
No. Like
I feel like that would be overwhelming.
I did the first part, and I'm like, oh, they didn't laugh, but it's like delayed. Like they laugh like 2 seconds after they would normally, and you heard it, and I was like, okay. And then like I got so much confidence. Then I told the second part of the joke, and they died. I actually had to stop, and I was like, whoa, please, calm down. Like I only have a minute. And then I went into the next like joke. And I remember when I heard the cat, like, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I didn't do the last part. And then I was like, I'm the dad who parties with P. Diddy. and this is before, like, P. Diddy got arrested.
Right.
So, like, I think some people got it, didn't. Looking back, I'm a fucking creative genius now. And then I remember turning, and I was like, and I didn't hear anything because the crowd was literally, like, dying. And, Tony had said something, and then I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then I remember it was, like, fucking Shane Gillis. He was like, and Chris Rock's my all-time favorite, but Shane Gillis is like my second. And I was like,
he's so naturally funny.
I'm like, bro, this is nuts, man. And like, Dave Attell was like, and Tony were like, bro, fucking, that was a killer set, dude. And I'm
were
like,
they dressed as Trump and Biden the night you were there?
Shane was Trump.
Yeah,
and, they were.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
And I was like, thank you. And then they were like, Dave Attell was like, how long have you been doing stand-up? And I was like, honestly, since January. And they were like, holy shit. And I was like, I'm fucking feeling myself now. And, I had to wear a Sergio, so I was in the short sleeve, like, velour Sergio. Yeah. And I remember Harlan Williams was like, what time do you give Russell Crowe a massage in that day? And I'm like, this fucking guy. And then Tony was like, what time does Andrew Schultz like his weed? And I'm like, oh, he likes it early, And then he said Andrew something, because he was like, you're the most Italian person I've ever seen besides Andrew Schultz. And then he said Andrew. So I was like, for Andrew Schultz, like, and I didn't think nothing of it. And then, Adam Ray was like, what's on your leg? And I'm like, it's tattoos, like a bunch of guys. He's like, I know that. Who are they? And I'm like, they're gangsters, like Italian gangsters. He's like, you mean like the Foot Clan? I'm like, yeah, just Italian. And then, fucking Tony was like, well, who are they? I'm like, you want me to name them? And that's when Shane Gillis is like, rat. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, easy there, buddy. I was like, I had to flash the dead rat on the side of my leg. Like, bro, I'm not a rat. And then he asked me, like, another question. He always has the same shit. Like, oh, any wild sex moves or anything? And honestly, I just, like, blanked out. And I was like, nah, I just make my wife lay starfish and do it, military, real American or something. And he called me Andrew again. And I'm like, name's not Andrew. It's Silvio.
Yeah, you look like you were getting tight.
Yeah, well, that was only the second time I heard him say it. And I'm like, all right. And then, like, he was like, yo, he gave me a joke book. I remember as I was walking away, they were like, don't shake their hands or anything. Like, they told you that before. And as I was leaving, Harlan's like, yo, buddy. Like, I gave him, like, a fist pound. And then I went down the stairs. And, like, Cam Patterson was coming up. And Joe Rogan and Aaron Rodgers were, like, right at the bottom of the stairs. And, like, Joe Rogan was like, yo, good shit, man. And, like, Rodgers, too. Like, I'd love to say I didn't shake Rodgers' hands because I hate him, but I did. I was on the train at that point.
Right.
Like Kanye said back then, yeah, I was just on the train and shit. So I walked out and I was like, yo, how do I get out of here? Because they wouldn't let me, like, I was already backstage, but, like, I couldn't go in the back tunnel where I was.
Yeah.
Security wouldn't let me. And they just, like, opened the gate and walked. And, man, people were like, yo. And I remember, like, walking back up to the top and, like, concession workers, everyone was like, yo. Because they had their phones. Like, all of our phones were locked up in a bag. And they were like, yo, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I got back to the section, everyone started cheering. And I'm like, this is nuts, bro. And then, like, I remember my barbers were like, what? And when we were leaving, like, we're walking down. Like, I was up top. So we're walking down and everyone's like, yo, that's the fucking guy. And I'm like, truthfully, I felt like a fucking celebrity. Like, when we got outside and I got my phone out, I had 84 text messages. Like, because, like, there was a live stream that people were watching. And, like, Jess was supposed to come, but she didn't want to come. She's like, you're not going to get pulled and I don't like the show. And to treat you right, bitch. So, bro, like, Jess had called me. I called her. I'm like, what's up? She's like, I just had, like, 4 of my patients call me and, like, yo, I just saw your husband on fucking stage at MSG. Like, he talked about your kids and you. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you see? And
that could have been you.
I remember I was like, we were going to go to Penn Station and it was like, the train was in 20 minutes. And, like, I was outside of Madison Square Garden. I'm not joking you. Probably like 150 people kept coming up to me asking for pictures, and I'm like, "Yo, I got you." Like, bro,
I'm your guy.
yo, you'd have thought I was like, I don't even know. You'd have thought I was like LiAngelo Ball, like right after he dropped like fucking tweakers.
Yeah.
Like, it was dope. And then I remember I went into the Jersey like railroad, and like I walked down because I was like, we had finally cooled off. It was like an hour later. Walked into the Jersey Transit, and like people just started cheering, and I'm like, this is not fucking. My barber videoed it all. He's like, this isn't real, and I'm like, you damn right it is.
Silvio, baby.
Bro, it was the coolest thing. Like the train was so packed. I was in by like the window, and at one point I got up because I was like sweating, and someone's like, yo, that's the fucking Kill Tony guy. Bro, people started swarming us, and my barber's like, bro, I'm not doing this. I'm like, yo, let's just take an Uber home. And we got off at Forest Hills and took an Uber from Forest Hills to fucking Ronkonkoma. And I was like, yo, this is so nuts. And I'll never forget, like, I got home, it was like 3 a.m, and my wife was tired. She's like, oh, and I'm like, get the fuck up. I was like, yo, like, I didn't go to bed.
Starfish mode now.
Yo, I didn't go to bed till like 5 a.m, and then I woke up at like 6 because my phone was ringing. And I remember like somebody texted me and was like, Andrew Parker. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then people started sending me Reddit threads. Like, yo, this guinea stole
You stole this.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And I was so mad. And I remember seeing that kid's Instagram, and it had like 30,000 followers. And I'm like, yo, these
Did he go along with it too? The guy?
Nah, like a week later, like 4 or 5 days later, he had DM'd me from a different account. And there was only like 100 followers. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Thought he was like, yo, you killed it, man. I was in the bathroom. Like, you deserved it. I'm like, thanks. He's like, I had to delete my account because people kept telling me I'm a fraud, pretending to be the Italian guy. And I'm like, bro, I can't believe I missed out on all those followers.
You ruined his life.
Yeah, and bro, I was pissed. And I remember I made a video the next day, and I was like, this is bullshit, bro. And then I didn't want to be on my phone. That's how mad I was. Like, and I watched it. I bought the stream because I'm like, I got to see it. And he said Andrew like 12 times. I'm like, oh my God, how did I not see this? And I remember I was kind of devastated. It went from like such a high to a low. And you know, that night, I didn't touch my phone from like 3 o'clock till like 10 o'clock when I went to bed. I remember I grabbed my phone. I had like 40, 50 messages, mad friend requests, and I'm like, I don't even care. And like, you know how they do priority? And it was priority, and I seen like a message, and it was from Shane Gillis, and I'm like, oh fuck. And he was like, yo, good shit, bro. And he added me, and I was like, I'm fucking back.
I'm back.
I was like, I'm back.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, I remember, like, I told my wife, I was like, we ain't having sex right now. I need to just jerk off in the mirror. I was like, I'm back. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was fucking nuts. But, yeah, that was the ride. And then,
How was the book?
what book? Oh, the book?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, they gave me the book. I never wrote in it.
Oh,
So-
it's empty?
Yeah, I just, like, keep it. I want to write in it in case I write a bad joke.
Okay. So watching the show, they give out these books. I thought they were
Joke
filled
book.
with jokes.
Now you write jokes. It's for you to write jokes. It's an empty book.
I thought they give you jokes.
No, you write jokes in it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
but I
this
already
whole
have
time.
a book that I write jokes in it. So for me, it's like a momentum thing. Like my wife, like probably a month ago, was like, "I'm throwing this out. You don't use it." I'm like, "Bitch, don't you fucking dare."
Don't you touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like, what
another
do you want?
superstition.
But in my head, I'm like, "Yo, if I start writing in that book, the jokes ain't gonna hit, so I can't do it."
I'm pissed.
Nah, it's just an empty book. It's pretty
Because
dope.
they have a big book and they have a small book, don't
the big
they?
book is only like this big because I got a big book. It's like this big.
I thought it was
The s-
bigger than that.
I always watch it on like I listen to it. I don't watch it.
I watch
You know,
it.
but like the little joke book's like this big. It's like the size of your
That means you're like a
thumbnail.
loser?
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it was. I mean, it was sick. Like I can't.
It takes a lot of, like, because I've seen some of, like, the, like, girls, they've never done stand-up, and they'll just go into the pit,
Yeah.
just, like, for fun to, like,
Well, now
get
they
off
don't.
steam?
Now they don't. You can't do that no more. So like.
they'll get up and bomb, and she's like, I'm just in it for the experience.
Yeah, it's
Meanwhile, there's,
fucking
like,
stupid.
30,000 people
So-
in the fucking crowd.
So like I was just in Texas like 2-3 weeks ago, and I was in Austin. I did a bunch of like shows at like bars during the week, and then Monday I had to go to Houston. So I went to Houston, and then like I drove back from Houston to just sign up for Kill Tony. And like now when you sign up, like they ask how long you've been doing comedy, and they like want proof or you can't sign up. It's like, yo, there's so many people here signing up
Mm-hmm.
to like get a shot, and like people fucking get pulled just
Right.
to be like, oh, you know. And some of them were like, there was a guy in front of me. He's like, well, I've been practicing my set. I got a good 3 minutes. And they were like, yeah, but like, do you want to do comedy? And they're like, no. He's like, and they're like, yo, you're not signing up. So like, I'm kind of happy because like, there's times they pull people. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool. I mean, I didn't get pulled. I was fucking tight. I ain't gonna lie. I was sick.
Maybe one day it'll be a
Nah, it's
regular.
because the fucking dude was talking to me the whole time, and I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, I gotta be in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Like, I got as a woman would say, I gotta manifest this shit
Yeah.
right now, and you fucking my manifesting up. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a good ride. I mean, I hope it really blows up, but it is what it is. I met like real cool people so far, so that's always good.
Yeah. So what does the next year look like for you? Where do you want this to go?
I mean, if I do social media wise, like, I mean, I would love to hit like 100K by the end of the year. That's like a stupid goal. It doesn't really mean anything. But I mean, I'd like to hit that. I would like to like fucking, whether it's like be a regular at like 1 or 2 clubs, so I can get like 2-3 nights a week always. Try new shit. And then bro, my goal is by like 2027 I could quit my job and like only do stand up. That's like my goal. So it's basically all of this year and next year, and then by 27 I want to be like January 1 I want to be like
Kevin Hart.
I don't gotta be Kevin Hart, but like, you know, I don't know, maybe like a Shane Gill. No, but just like really doing it where I could like, it could pay me what I'm getting paid at work,
Right.
and like, you know, so I don't know if that's possible, but fuck it.
Well, we believe in you.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, you have fans here.
Thank you.
Even though they're not here, you'd think some of them would have showed
They're
up.
fucking pieces of shit. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Bang
Fuck you
time over
guys.
there.
Bang time.
Yep. So
Well,
yeah, but that's it.
thank you for coming to Cats
No,
Out the Bag.
no problem. no
Hopefully we can
problem.
have you back on when you're famous.
Yeah, no, I got you. Listen, I'm never too big for nobody.
Oh.
I'm not big either, so like I don't want you to think I'm too big. But like, nah, I'm like somebody who like, you know, I'll like do anything. Like even like people always ask me like that I know from social media, like, why are you doing videos with that person? They don't have as many followers. I'm like, bro, I don't care about that. Like, I just want them to like the idea I have, and if they're cool with it, like, I don't reach out to somebody on like social media if I want to do a skit,
Right.
unless like I have an idea. You'd be surprised how many people DM me, yo, I want to do videos, and I'm like, yeah, sure. You have any ideas? Like, well, you don't have any for me? I'm like, bitch, what do you want me to do all the work? Like,
yeah.
come up with some kind of concept and we could tweak it. But like, I'm not gonna fucking, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Like, if you come and like, yo, I got a funny idea I think you'd like, I'll do
You're
it.
the guy for
and I would
us.
never like steal nobody's idea. So it's like, I don't know. I don't mean to drag you back into this, but it's like basically what it is.
Yeah.
So
I get it. Well, thank you for coming.
no, I appreciate it.
We can't wait to have you again, and
No,
stay
yeah.
out of my comments. Lauren, take us
problem.
out of here.